Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Off Mic on Record. This is episode number 3804.36. But yeah, this is Off Mic on Record with Mike, Ed, and Chris. Guys, how was your week?
Man, my week was very interesting. We moving forward. I might be new at a new place soon. And I think we got the raise. I haven't looked at my stuff yet, but I'm pretty sure we got a raise. I'm not sure. I've been eating a lot of fruits. I think I might go on a little bit of meat diet and fruits and nuts for maybe a couple months. Just see how that do. But other than that, I'm great.
That's fantastic, Ed, but you probably want to also work in some vegetables there too. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm eating meat, so I mean,
I
I
think
feel
he's
like
talking about the keto diet, I guess.
oh, wait, hold on. He can't be doing the keto diet if he's doing fruits and nuts because fruits and nuts, they both have carbs in them.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it's called the fruity diet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
about right. Sounds about right, Ed.
Yeah.
You
He's being
fruity
fruity.
bitch.
Yeah, sounds like very fruity.
Nothing wrong with it though.
Oh man.
All right, well, that's what's up, man. What about you, Mike?
I mean, it's just going. Life is lifing. We go through the ups and downs and try to do as much as we can. Really ain't nothing going on per se. I mean, just trying to deal with the everyday life of just living, got a new person in our family, sort of. When my stepdaughter just had her first child or whatever, or child, and I don't know, just taking it easy. I don't really do much, man. I really keep it moving, man. Gaming and anime and kind of chill. Nothing else going on there. So yeah, that's about it with me. Kind of keep it chill, and that's about it. What
All
about
right.
you, Chris?
I bought a really cheap pop filter for this microphone because I noticed when I went back and watched recordings, whenever I would pronounce any words that has a sharp, like P or T, right into the mic, there is I can't remember what it's called, but there is a setting that once it detects it, it like, I don't know, like cancels the audio or something like that. And so it doesn't come out nice. Parts of the words are missing. So, and for some reason, I read with this mic, I have to get right up on it. And so I have to have it pretty close to my face. I don't know. I don't like this mic. It picks up all the noises, and I don't need it to do that. I just need it to pick up me.
Right.
Mm. Yeah, ain't that Elgato too?
No, this is. Hold on. No. Oh, it's all underneath here. Audio Technica.
Okay.
Yeah. AT 2020 for those interested.
I thought you was all Elgato person.
Why'd you think that?
I don't know. I mean, you always suggested, so I thought maybe that was your brand of choice.
I'm not gonna lie, the arm looked pretty steady. It looked pretty nice. I like the arm.
This is an Elgato arm. They've been making some nice stuff, and the reason why I suggest it to you guys is because I have personally used it, and out of all of the stuff that I have personally used in the past, the Elgato stuff has been like fantastic. Like this camera here. So I don't know how many webcams I went through trying to find a really, really good one. And then this came up in reviews one day. I started reading different articles and they were like, yeah, this is fantastic. So I said, all right, well, let's get it. So, yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I
that's the only
noticed
reason why I suggest Elgato. Or
yeah, both of y'all have Elgato cams, and I know their quality looks a lot better than my camera. My camera might have a high res, but the processing power or whatever's in there is not as well. Like y'all, when y'all do y'all background filters and all that, it looks a lot better than mine. Mine's not as good. So, um, even though this camera is supposed to be really nice, so it had good reviews, but I guess that's for the average person, not for somebody streaming. It's probably just for people who's using it for conference calls or Zoom or Teams meetings and stuff like that.
I think it's good, Mike. But you just need like some better key lights, honestly. Like some bright ones. I think Ed, you got yours on?
My camera. I figured something out that my camera would throw a light behind itself if it's get a little bit too dark.
Because you look like you are in a bright ass, like there is a light shining directly in your face.
Yeah, I went on.
That's funny because I'm at my window, like my window's behind me, which light coming right through it. So
Oh yeah, my window. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got my window right here, but it's getting dark, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's talk about what's happening in the world. Ed, you and I were talking offline about something, and I thought it'd be pretty interesting for you to share.
Oh yeah. Man, I'm scrolling on my Facebook and I kind of want to talk about mental health because I'm scrolling on my Facebook and I come up on this guy. I guess he was locked up somewhere in Kentucky or something like that, and his case is pretty horrible, but it was a mental health case. But as I'm reading it, uh, I don't know, dude, some dude uh, murdered two people or something like that, and the judge gave him insanity plea.
hmm
So I guess he got released. I don't know when he got released, but it hasn't been recent because it was all on Facebook. But I was looking at it and it was a mental health case. But as I'm looking at it, it's just people just going on and on, calling him the N word and whatever. And I look more into the case. They show videos of, like, this dude crying and stuff, pleading to the judge. He didn't know what he was doing, and he was off his meds and all this stuff and blah blah blah. And people just going crazy. And my thing is the comments that people were saying under it. And then I guess the father must have came on talking about you better get out of Kentucky and all this stuff and blah 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 blah. Which to be fair, if I was a father, I would feel the same way too if it happened to mine. Now I give him that. But at the same time, this dude, I think he was 18 at the time or something like that. Never had no criminal charge or nothing like that. Never did nothing in his life. It just he was off his meds, and he ended up doing that, and which is wrong. But at the same time, mental health is real, man. Mental health is real. I guess dude was put on his meds. I guess he was doing good, and I mean, you could watch the news to tell you everything about it. I guess he was doing good wherever he was at, and he got early release and all that stuff, and finally got out. And the comments people were saying, I want to talk about the comments. People was calling him the N word and this and that, and how I feel like mental health don't apply to no other race but like Caucasian people. It was just horrible things that they said about this dude. And I understand what people are going through. But mental health is real. It's real. And I just want to
So
talk about that.
what exactly happened here? So he was off his medication and then was he triggered and like what happened here?
Apparently he was off his medication. He didn't know, I guess he was out of his mind, and he felt like some demons was trying to, I guess, kill him or something like that. And he went and tried to kill the demons, and it just happened to be a lady and a
a
kid.
child, yeah,
A
child,
kid. And
a
the kid,
child. It
it
was
was a
either
child.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was
Thing is,
like 7 years old, bro. And he went and I guess he stabbed both of them up or something like that. He broke in the house or something like that and stabbed them up. Um, and some of the comments people were saying that, and it was, of course, it was mostly Caucasian people. They was going nuts. They
Of
called him
course,
all
like I'm
types of.
reading, oh my God, this is terrible. I am looking at an article, right? I'm not even looking at the comments or on whatever you're talking about.
Mhm.
But let's see here.
And don't forget, he did a little bit over his time too, like maybe like 15 years or 13 years or something like that.
Hold on. So 18. So this happened in 2018. The wording of this is weird.
I think 15 happened
Okay.
2015.
yeah, had Logan Law been in place in 2015. Oh, okay. No, that's the Logan Law. That's not when this happened. No,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
28, 20, 20.
The Logan log is 2015, ain't it?
Yeah, but he was found not guilty on murder reasons for Sandy in 2018.
That was the case trial. I'm talking about when it
Yeah.
happened. It was 15. The Logan log is when it happened.
So Eddie, what is the Logan Law? Explain that to me, because I've heard of Casey's
The
Law or some other
the
ones, but
it's different names, but the Logan law is the deficit of when it happened, what year, date, and all that stuff when it happened. Now, after you get set in trial or whatever, or you get convicted, and that's through trial, it could be 2018 or something like that. But Logan law means you was held right then and there at that time.
I'm not sure I understand.
well, okay. So
I'm not fully.
I looked up the Logan Law.
Mhm.
So it looks like that Kentucky brought out the Logan Law at one time to where violent crimes mandate that people do not get early release.
Oh, the Logan law.
Yeah,
Okay.
longer time served for 25 to 30 years, uh, more consecutive terms, uh, an insanity plea and mental health rules, no split verdicts, no mandatory checks. But I mean, I'm not sure exactly. Like I probably have to read more about this. I'm just kind of looking it up, and I googled logo law and kind of pulled up a little bit about it. Not really sure,
I'm
but
not
when
really
I
sure either, but I'm pretty sure it was 2015.
but I know that there was a so I know Kentucky, and I don't know if these laws have changed, but there is a law in Kentucky there where if you pled insanity and you get an insanity plea, that you go to jail, right? Or you go to an insane wherever the insane person goes, a jail for mental health or a um, hospital or whatever they might go.
No. You
Hold
go
on,
to
hold on, hold
court.
on. Well, hold on,
You go to
hold
court
on.
first.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Whenever happens, coming back.
Your judge have to argue that to get that.
Okay. Well, like I said, Eddie, it's whenever they're convicted of whatever they are and they complete, get a insanity plea, meaning they, that's what the judge, lawyer, all the stuff went through. So
But you have to
I'm not,
have history of uh going to see doctors, getting psych
it,
meds. You got to have
I mean,
history of that in order to even apply to get that.
yeah. I'm not saying that's the case.
Right.
I'm not
Okay.
trying to say
Okay.
anybody can get it. I'm just trying to say that what I've heard about the law was a few years ago, some guy try to hurt some younger people or whatever and did some things, and then come to find out he's being put on the street every so often. Well, people was wondering why when the last time he did something, he ended up trying to rape a girl and hitting her with a shovel, and she was like 12 or 10, something like that. I don't know. But they were saying the reason they can't hold him is that in Kentucky, like I said, this might have changed before then because I can't remember how many years ago it was, but in Kentucky, they had a law that if you were considered, had some mental health like insanity or whatever the case would be, and they put you into some kind of security place or hospital, whatever it is, the law says here that if you are not able to be cured, they can't do anything for you. They just let you go.
That's crazy, man.
So
That's
basically,
crazy.
these people would go into wherever they go, a hospital, a jail, or wherever they go for mental health. If a psychiatrist or social worker or whoever mental health person writes up their paper and says, this guy cannot be helped, there's no way to change him other than taking his meds, then at that point, they're saying that their law saying that you're in jail till you're cured or if there's no cure. So if there's no cure, buddy, we're not going to sit here and pay for you're sitting in jail for the rest of your life. We're going to
Here's another question. Why is medication so expensive then? Because I feel like everybody in America have some type of trauma or psychological problem. Everybody, I think everybody do.
Well, because in order to really care about that, like you would have to care about people more than you do about money.
Yep.
Um,
And unfortunately, it's not just our country, but it's our government and a lot of other things care about money more than that. There's other countries out there where you can go and their health cares are 10 times different than ours.
Canada.
Well, I mean, Canada is better as far
Yes.
as they do have free health care. They do say there is some problems with it. There is some problems with it because, sometimes doctors get overwhelmed or whatever stuff and people do have trouble. But for overall, you can, if you, so say that you stubbed your toe today and you went to the doctor and he says, okay, here's some painkillers, blah, blah, blah. You go home and you're good. You're free and clear. You don't have to worry about billing anything. You got what you need, the medical help you needed. But you come here and you stub your toe and you go to the doctor, they're going to say, okay, for coming here and seeing this bill and whatever, we're going to send you $1,000, $2,000 bill just for stubbing your toe and getting some medicine. You know what I'm saying?
So Mike, so what you think about this? Do you think medical practice is a Ponzi scheme?
No, I don't think it's. I think that medically, I just don't think we, as the United States, deal with medical the way we should. Like I think that medical, unfortunately, the United States all about we are all about the mighty dollar. It's all about being a free enterprise or whatever we are. So if you're a doctor, right? Say that you're a doctor and you want to be a doctor to take care of children and you want to give them the best care possible. When you go to school and everything you do, when a doctor's done with school, he has so much money that he has to pay for his doctoral, that he has no choice but to go and try to make money to pay off those deals, unless some reason he's rich. But just say it's not a rich person, a normal everyday person. Me and you decide to become a doctor. We go to school, we get all these loans
Certificates.
and no loans. I'm talking about money. We get loans, we get whatever we can to become a doctor. You're in there for 6-7 years. You rake up about $200,000 in debt, right? And when you get out, the first thing you want to do is you want to get a job that can pay that debt off and whatever you got to do. So now a doctor's not about, oh, let me just take care of I thought it was great to take care of his kids. I got to worry about myself and everything else I can't just go to a hospital that doesn't pay me no money to take care of people who don't have money. I have to find the most expensive, best job available so I can make money so I can pay off that debt. If we didn't have that facility, our doctors wouldn't have to go to, find the most expensive jobs and whatever they got to do, jump around different places, all things they do. But that's just one of the things I'm going to talk about. But let's get back to your theory with the, I want to jump back to this guy real quick, right?
Okay.
Because kind of getting off topic on that. And I really want to talk about the mental health thing, right?
Okay.
Mental health is one of the hardest things to deal with as a crime and as somebody to understand. For us being, me, you, or 90% of people who don't have mental health, or I ain't gonna say 90, I don't even know what the percentage is, but just say most of the people who do not have mental health, it's hard for us to understand how that affects us mentally, right? Or
Right.
them mentally. So when things like this happen, which are tragic and terrible, and the parents and everybody else is like, oh, he should be in the death sentence or death penalties, blah, 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 and all this. We don't, if this person didn't realize what was going on and wasn't able to make that decision to say, I didn't want to do this, but then realize later about taking pills or whatever the case would be, that he didn't know what he was doing, but now he does. It's up to us as a society to understand that this person did not mean to do this. I understand it's tragic. I understand it hurts people. I understand the family's going to be hurting for life. But you also can't put a man in jail for something, or a woman in jail for something that they had no control over at all. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't.
But Mike, it's not even that. My thing was, I was mad because the comments was trying to say it
Belittle
does
them.
not it to apply. It does not
Well,
to apply to a certain race.
well,
That's what I'm.
that's
That's
normal.
my thing.
That's normal though. That's normal though, Eddie. That's normal when it comes to mental health. You don't see, just like it's more normal towards our health, just like it's normal towards our regular physical health. That's why whenever you try to get a doctor, I advise you to try to get a black doctor, because literally we have many times where you can have someone. It takes this for instance. There was a matter of fact, you probably watch on YouTube. There was a lady who had sickle cell. Okay, she had sickle cell. Black lady had sickle cell. She comes in the hospital because I can't remember what happened, but she comes in the hospital to talk to the doctor about
Her blood pressure was
help.
low.
Well, I don't know how sickle cell works. I'm not sure. Plus, I'm
All
not
right.
going to assume on what her problem was. But she comes in. The doctor asks her what helps her treat this. She tells him her plan with her current doctor, but she's in an emergency room. Something about some narcotics, this and this that helps her out. And the guy says, "Well, I don't care. I'm not giving no drug. I'm not even giving no narcotics. I think you're just trying to drug shop." Now, the funny part was,
And she got sickle cell.
she got sickle cell.
She need blood transfusion.
Okay. But that was the situation behind it. Was this was a white doctor who didn't want to believe that she was in pain or whatever the case would be.
I see.
Because she's black and probably didn't look the part. But I'm telling you, if you're white and you're rich, they'll listen to you, they'll believe you, no matter what. But where you're black or poor, or even white and poor, it doesn't matter. It sort of is a money situation, but then it also can be a colorism thing too. Because if you notice that they have a book, Eddie, this is fact. They had a book in colleges for medical saying that black people didn't hurt as much as white people in the same situations.
Wow.
Yeah, that our pain tolerance was extremely high.
Why?
So if we're saying we're in pain, the doctor's like, yeah, sure, you're not really in pain. You know that y'all can deal with it. And it's like, no, that's not. So, people, and also just to think about this.
But you know where to get that theory from.
Well, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't, I mean, just being racist. That's what it is. But that's just like black women. You know that the mortality rate for black women having babies is 15 to 20% higher death having a baby than white women.
I did not know that, man.
Yeah. So when you have a black woman in the hospital having a baby, she has a 15 to 20% more likely chance to die having a baby than white women. Because they're willing to take more precautions on a white woman than a black woman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She could bleed out from baby coming out, whatever. Oh, she'll be okay. Blah, blah, and then the lady's dead and the family, the baby did. But then you got a white woman. Oh, she's hurt. Let's do all the things we need to do. Put all the money and time into her. and then she ended up having a baby and living.
So let me ask you this: why do you think the judge gave what's that dude named Ronald Exantis or something like that?
I don't know. I gotta look at the case. What is it? What's the guy's
Why
name?
do you think the judge gave him the insanity plea?
Well,
Because
I'm assuming.
the judge gave him that.
Well, I like I said, I haven't really read the whole case or anything, so I don't know. But I'm assuming somebody that's professional said this guy has issues, and that's and then they took that in consideration and gave him the plea because of that's the situation. But see, that's also another thing we gotta worry about is being black.
But that's crazy because they could have just easily put him in jail and then say and then that was it.
Yeah,
Life.
they can, and
But what
that's
made and see, but that's the thing. I know that was hard and tough. What made him say, you know what? Insanity.
well, okay. That depends on the person, Eddie. That's the strict on the person, because a lot of black people have been put in jail, or a lot of things happen to them because people don't want to believe that we're human. I mean, no
Yeah.
matter how you
Okay.
look at it.
Are you answering his question?
I think I am, but maybe I'm not. You got something to say, Chris? Go for it.
No, because I'm trying to understand also, like I'm curious, why would the judge go ahead and say, grant him the plea of insanity?
That's crazy to
Well,
me.
I mean,
That is so crazy to me.
Like I said, I think the answer is that judge has the way to say, okay, I understand how this works. I mean, that's on an individual person, judges. I mean, you can't really say the only person you could ask is him. But when it comes down to it, when I think about someone who gives a plea that nobody normally gives to somebody of color like us, it's because they feel justice is done through reasoning and not through feeling.
When that man walked in that courtroom, he was big, he was black, he had long dreads, he was strong looking. Are you serious?
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. But Eddie, the way you're saying that is how white people see us. That's how they see us.
Exactly.
They don't when a white person really cares about the justice system, they don't see the person because they're big, black, and dreads. They look at every person that walks through this room
also
has a clean slate, and whatever they present is what it should be. I'm sorry, Chris. I want to get that out there. But go ahead.
No,
I think that's false. I think that's false.
Like I'm reading some of this stuff like here. In the social media post Wednesday, Logan's father, Dean Tipton, wrote, "The judge and jury gave this monster a slap on the wrist while handing down a life sentence to my family." And then the Republican rep said, TJ Roberts said, "What I'm going to say is this. Stay out of Kentucky. We are not the place for you. The justice system once again victimized the Tipton family by putting this monster back on the streets, and it's ultimately made Kentuckians less safe." This is fucking ridiculous. Because okay, now in order, okay, this right here is fear mongering.
Why would they even air that?
It's fear mongering. That's why.
Yeah, that is what it is.
So because they're trying to make everybody scared and maintain,
and when they see him,
whatever. Yeah. So like they right now, God, and this is so stupid. If people would just stop for a minute and think about this, there's fear here. Oh, he's going to kill the whole state. Okay. For that to be true, he would not have had to have gotten a plea of insanity. He's got a plea of insanity. The judge says, yeah, okay, let's grant him this for whatever reason, right?
I think I know the reason.
What is it?
It's because he has history. He has doctors. He probably was in school. He had to have he had something or a lot of,
and that's
to help him to get that, because that is hard. That is hard to get that, bro. Hard. Honestly, unless you got money and backdoor and shit. That's hard to get that, man.
Yeah, see, that's the point, though. It shouldn't be hard, Eddie. That's the point.
Well, for black people.
But for justice system to work, to be the way we want it to be, the way we as being black people should be, is that's how a judge should always see it. Is when you come to this court, I don't see you as being black, white, Asian, purple, pink, whatever the fuck it is. I only care about the facts and what you can prove in this case. And that should always be every judge, no matter
That's
what.
how it should be, but
That's how it
it's
should
not
be,
how
but
it
it's
is.
that. So it's
not.
refreshing to see it happen here. You know, it's just like, wow, finally. Yeah, this judge is a good guy. But unfortunately, like what might happen is that they're going to, God, they're fear mongering. So they're going to try to like put into motion to vote this judge out or something. Get rid
Oh
of this
yeah.
judge. He's the one that let the
Right.
monster go, you know? And
My God, I get tired of that, man. Like, dude, his mental health. That was the case. Just leave it at that. Yes, Father, you can hate him, and I give you a pass. You can say whatever you want to say, you and your family, but everybody else, shut the fuck up.
listen, okay. So white people, things are about to come to a head. All right. And if you feel any kind of like, no, you know, like they need to get out of our country because they're illegal, or this black man killed this kid, even though he wasn't on his meds for some reason and he did it on purpose, and that's what we're going to believe. Like, go read a book called White Fragility. Seriously.
Whoa.
Read it and just really take in the words. And like, this is for any white person listening. Like, even if you're curious and thinking, am I missing something here? Is there a reason why a lot of people seem to not like us right now? Also, you read White Fragility. All white people read it. And I would
I'm gonna go
also,
read it.
yeah, and I would also suggest black people to read it, because it's going to make a lot of sense on what you're feeling. It's going to validate your feelings. Like, yes, you know, like I'm going through a lot of unnecessary shit, you know?
Right.
Just please educate yourselves before you start commenting about, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. And you are the exact person that needs to read White Fragility. I don't care what your race is, just read it.
Exactly.
But I say all that because I want to help. You know, I know white people, you guys mean really well. I've been around a lot of you guys, and whew, y'all are some tough people to be around. But listen, things are
Yeah,
not looking too good for y'all right now. And you got your president to thank for just enabling the worst out of every white person. But I
and I
listen.
love white people, man.
I listen to
Go ahead.
on the black side, I listen to how black people feel about white people, and it's not great. I think this is probably the worst it has ever been. Well, I'm not going to say that, because slavery, I'm sure it was really bad during slavery, but it's pretty bad right now. But what surprised me is I was visiting some of my family on my mom's side, the Korean side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to one of my cousins, and I'm not going to say which one. And I can't remember what I said, but it was something about white people. And then under her breath, I heard her say, "Oh my God, I am so fucking sick of white people." I was like, yo, I did not bring it up. I didn't react, but inside I was like, holy shit. And so like, I asked my other cousin, like, hey, you can be real with me here. How do you feel about white people? And they're like, man, fuck white people. I'm like,
man. So did you ever figure out why did she make that comment?
no.
Okay.
But as black people, you know, we understand. You know, she doesn't have to tell me why she feels like that. You know, because we understand.
Yep.
We are
It's
so
a hard situation.
And I start looking at the sentiment of white people around the world, and man, it is starting to, like, if this was a popularity race or whatever, they're starting to lose, because man, like, white people for the most part don't understand other cultures exist. They know other cultures exist, but they don't understand other cultures exist.
Yes.
And so they are looking at people weird, like that's not how things are supposed to be. Well, again, this is a different culture you're looking at, not the way that you have been trained into thinking is the one way of life. And I remember, man, back in the 80s and 90s, like looking at the rest of the world, they used to idolize white people. But then now, like China, I used to think, man, fuck China, because they idolize white people. They even hired white actors in China to act as the face of a company. That was their job, just so they could look more legit. But nah, they're not doing that shit anymore, man.
You're right. That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like I'm looking around the world and it feels good because you're starting to see more of other cultures start popping up. You know, first I was really proud when Korean culture really started to become mainstream. I'm like, yes, representation. And then you start seeing other parts of Asia start popping up, and then like Africa, and you're starting to like learn not negative things, but just interesting things, cultural things about all these different places in the world. And everybody is starting to become wiser. And you've got the people at the top still trying to run things at the way they believe it should be ran, but shit is changing so fast around them, and their refusal to change like is making them panic. And so part of me believes that the reason why President Trump was elected for a second term is because I think he promised all the people in charge, like, hey, let's put everybody so fucking far back that you guys don't have to ever worry about your futures, your children's futures, or blah, blah, blah.
Right, right.
But I mean, like I listen and I hear under people's breath, man, fuck white people. So goddamn tired of white people. And like here in Atlanta, like it's hella diverse. And like I listen and I'm like, man, even white people don't like white people. Like
that's what I hear. That's what I'm talking about.
Christ, like it is bad. And it's like, fuck, it's all coming to a head and something massive is about to happen. So
I think so too.
Fuck. And I don't know what it is, but it's like, man, tension is high. Ugh. Like, fuck.
But I'm gonna get off this topic. But at the end of the day, I just want to say, mental health is for everybody. It's not just one race.
Well, no, everybody knows that. It's not that. The problem is that a lot of people, it's not. You can take two of the. You could take, like I said, the same thing that happens with all crimes in America. You could take a black man and a white person with the exact same crime, exact same, whatever the case may be, did the exact same thing.
Right, and the black man will get a harsher sentence. Yeah,
every time.
It's fucking tale as old as time, man. Like, I don't like what the fuck did we do? You know, like what the fuck did we do?
We're black. That's it.
I know, but why? But why get shitted on in every aspect of life, in just about every corner of this world? Like, why? What did we do?
I know what we did. We got pretty melatonin skin. They love our melatonin skin.
Melanin, but it's all good.
Well, the reason I say tones is because everybody's different shades.
Yeah, let's not just start making fucking words up. God damn it. You sound like my dad.
Mike Gabby over there, so I have to hurry up and do a comeback.
I was like, nah, man. I'm making shit up, trying to lie through your teeth. Nigga, ain't nobody falling for that shit. Yeah,
melatonin. That's my new thing. Melatonin.
Make a
I
shirt.
am melatonin yellow black, and I'm melatonin blue black.
I'm gonna make a shirt that says "Be proud to be melatonin."
That's gonna be good.
Chris gonna do it too.
Yeah, you know I'll fucking do it. Just show up on an episode with a shirt one day that says that shit. It's gonna look good too.
Hell yeah, I guarantee motherfuckers to buy it.
I want one.
They gonna laugh too, like, oh, that's pretty nice right there.
You know, so okay. Last episode we were talking about long ass anime names, right?
Yep.
Remember that? I actually
That was a
started
fun
watching
one.
one of them. As in
Isekai?
how do you say it?
Isekai.
Isekai.
Yeah, isekai.
Isekai. Okay. So it's an isekai. And real quick, it's a fish out of water genre of anime. Sometimes somebody dies and then they get reincarnated in a really different world. And they usually come from like present day Japan. And then the place that they get teleported to is usually some kind of fantasy land. There
Yeah.
are
So
knights and
what's the
whatever.
name?
I don't know. It's long as fuck, dude. I don't know, but I'll tell you,
He was going around it.
it was the one you were talking about, where it's the second season of where a guy died and ended up in a dating sim, and like he fucking hates it.
Oh, the dating sim one. Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
that shit
Yeah,
is
I seen
hilarious,
season
man.
one. It's not. You think that's funny? I did not think that was
Yo,
funny.
he was getting like sick of people's shit. He knew all the ins and outs of the game
Yep.
because he had to play it so much. And so like he just showed up in some big ass armor and they were like, yeah, ha, you're not gonna win a fight. But then he started pounding the fuck out of everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody, like nobody stood a chance. And he knew the whole time. Like he was like, yeah, fuck all of you guys. Like he seems kind of arrogant, but also he's stuck in a world that he knows is not real. So he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do
It's
whatever the fuck I want.
I'm life in a dating sim or something, or dang it. I'm gonna look it up. So now you got me wondering what the name of it is. I can't remember, but I didn't like it too much. Let me see.
Well, I think if either of you like okay, there are some things that are just enhanced
Here you go.
if you decided to become an astronaut. Okay. Like this show is amazing. That's why I love it.
So the name of it is Trapped in a Dating Sim, the world of Auto Game. I don't know if it's Auto Games. I can't say. I can't say what games is a tough for the mobs. So yeah, because he's supposed to have been not a main character, but he became the main character.
And he hated it every time.
Yeah,
Like,
he hated
God damn it. Like he would say, okay, I think I'm good now. And then something would happen like, oh, sir, you've got a letter. And he opens it like, oh no, I've been promoted to 6th soldier. No.
Yeah, something would happen, and he's trying not to be the main character, but he does. And it's crazy. Yeah, like I said, I didn't like it. It was not my. I don't like this comedy. I watched the whole first season of it. I didn't pick it up on season 2. So, are you through first season, Chris, or did you get through?
Yeah, I'm done with the first season.
So you binged it.
Yeah,
man.
So you on season 2?
well,
Or are you gonna wait until
weeks.
that's complete?
No, I
There's
think
2 episodes that are dubbed, and it's 4 episodes
Yeah.
altogether. 2 are dubbed, and the rest are.
I think
So
I stopped. I think I stopped and started watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
yeah, I love JoJo.
I keep hearing that, but man, that first season is so tough. I'm trying to
Man,
get
it depends. JoJo, man, I'm telling you, JoJo. It's a love-hate relationship for me. It is hard. It is one of. I mean, I still haven't watched all of JoJo's. I kind of just spot around on JoJo's, but man,
Is JoJo the little boy, the character boy?
Nah. So JoJo's about this. It's a action. It's about this dude named Joestar, something like that. His family are fighters, and they know this fighting style called hormones or whatever, where they can.
No, stop. You have to say it the way they say it because it's so weird.
It is so weird how they say it. I don't know how they say it though.
Oh my God. All right. So I just watched it last night. All right. So it's like, I didn't know he could use hormone.
Yeah, hormone. That's what. The way they say it. You just gotta hear. Yeah, you just gotta hear them say it.
Did he just say hog maul? No,
hormone. But basically, this dude's
they're like to use his hormone.
Super fighters, and they learn this skill called hormones or whatever it is, and they end up releasing this devil dude. Or it's a story. It's just kind of weird. He grew up with them, and then he betrayed them, and
Dio. His name is Dio.
Dio, yeah,
Dio.
Dio
can also use hormone.
Yeah, but Dio, he just becomes insanely powerful. And then the whole thing is he never dies, and then they have to pass on their gene to the next JoJo, and the JoJo everyone tries to kill, but they never can kill him. They just hold him to the next JoJo come and do
Wait,
whatever
hold
they
on.
do.
So every season he dies and then he gets reincarnated.
No. He don't always die. I mean, they sometimes they get him. Well, he doesn't die. He never dies. It's because he's immortal. If you watch the first one, he explains how he becomes immortal. He's an immortal being. He can't even. I mean, I don't think they ever kill him. But what happens is they either put him in some place where he's in suspended animation for a long time and somehow get out, or he die or loses all his powers, but not really, and it somehow regenerates over time to come back. And
It's got like a different like Doctor Who type thing.
Yeah, so there, not every show, but every season, because there's a lot of seasons with the show. Every season there's a new JoJo, and each JoJo is a descendant of one of the other JoJos.
Wait, hold on. Wait a second. You said descendant. Is this?
Yes.
I thought it was the same JoJo because he's immortal. Hold on.
What the fuck? JoJo's not. Dio's immortal. JoJo's are not immortal. JoJo's die.
And that's what I was talking about, man. You threw me all off. I was thinking like, oh, I didn't know JoJo's were.
No. JoJo's are not immortal. They die off, and Dio is immortal, and he is, like all the JoJo's try to kill him. I mean, but I mean, it's always something.
Hey, listen, does it get good?
Does it? I mean, I tell you
your take on it, because I got a friend and this guy named Buddy, man, he is like a diehard JoJo fan. He's been telling me I need to do it. I need to watch it. And so I've been watching it, and I'm like, fuck, it's taking me. I started like 3 years ago, and I'm still like only halfway through the first season. There are a lot of goddamn episodes.
There's a lot of episodes.
Fuck, dude. Like,
so
this is tough.
Let me tell you this. I personally have not watched all the JoJo's. I have seen the original, and then I've seen some of the ones where different JoJo's are in, based off, going futures and all this stuff and going through time and all that good stuff. I've seen some of those, and JoJo is it's one of those shows that either you like it or you don't. I'm sort of in the middle. I don't really not like it, but I don't ever pick it. It's like, if I see it, I might watch it, but I'm not really looking to watch it, and I don't ever go find it. But if it happens to hit my, for some reason I'm kind of bouncing around and just happen to catch it, I might look at it for a little bit, just see what's going on. So that's about me on that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's your cup of tea, Chris.
I keep hearing that once you get past the first season, it starts to get really
first season what set everything up.
Well,
so I think that if you don't watch the first season, you kind of don't understand.
Shows. Well, yeah, and he said, like my friend Buddy, he said that I can honestly skip the first season. And I was like, all right.
I don't know.
And I look online, and like that seems to be the sentiment of a lot of people.
I guess. I mean, if you don't want to know, I mean, I guess they do explain they do. I think every episode they do explain where Dio comes from. So I guess, yeah, maybe. I can't remember. So, whatever. It's all good. I'm not really, I'm not really a JoJo fan like that. But I don't know. I've been dealing with loving slice of life lately, so that's my thing. I don't know what's been going on with that, but I've been loving some slice of life animes. One of the animes I'm currently watching, which is y'all want to talk about names? The name is not that long, but it's not. It's technically not. What's the word I'm trying to say? It's technically not. It's not that long, but it is weird. It says smoking behind the supermarket with you. So all it is about is this.
It sweet?
Is it sweet? What do you mean?
Like, is it heartfelt?
I guess it could
It
be.
could be getting there.
Yeah, it could be getting there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much about this guy and this girl that like this guy he's a corporate guy and she's a supermarket tailor, and pretty much he goes to the supermarket every day to enjoy. I mean, she kind of makes his day because she thinks she's a pretty girl. He's not really trying to pursue her because he's an older guy and she's younger. But he wouldn't mind dating her, but he's not really trying to. But he seemed to like her every day, so he just goes to the store, buys frivolous shit just to see her, and then go on about his way. But he smoked. Now the whole thing is they smoke. Now he smokes and she smokes, but he didn't know this. One day he was going to the store. He wanted to smoke a cigarette. He seen this other girl, which really is her, but he thinks it's a new girl. They smoke in the back of the store and they talk about stuff. And that's basically the show's about, is him talking to this one girl and the same girl, but he thinks it's two different girls. And he talks to them differently because, one girl he thinks is just a friend. The other one is more like he kind of likes her, but to be honest with you, it's the same person. The two people are the exact same person.
Bro,
Okay,
it is
okay.
not dubbed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's episode season. Okay, so mini season, the mini episodes, they're not dubbed. If you go to season 1,
Oh, okay. I see.
so this show came out as mini episodes first. So a lot of this was done in mini before it became a real full anime.
So do we need to watch the mini season?
Nah, because it's all in season
It's
1.
all the same? Okay. All right. Yeah, so I looked it up on Crunchyroll and I already added it to my watch list.
I mean,
So I had my
it's
eyes
cool.
on it. It looked, yeah.
It's cool. I'm getting to like. I kind of like the concept of they don't really. I mean, you don't really do nothing. They don't do nothing on her. There's no. I mean, there's emotional things. Like if he's mad or something like that, and she realizes it, she kind of perks him up or whatever. And both girls kind of even same girl, but they both sort of play. But that's the only thing I don't like about it, is she playing this game where I'm this person is not me and this person is not me. And I'm
Yeah.
kind of,
I
in a
don't
way, it
think
seems a
that's
little
what
manipulative. It seems a little
yeah.
manipulative,
I don't think
but
that's for me right now.
it's fun ride though. It's fun ride. I
I
mean,
don't
she
know.
doesn't
Like
she doesn't do anything bad on either one,
I
but
just
it's just like
I just want to be happy, man. And that
it
doesn't
is.
sound
It's a
like it'll make
happy.
me
It's happy.
happy.
It's not nothing bad goes on. Like I said, they just mostly it's like he tells one girl about the other girl, and then she'll like you and whatever, and then she'll tell even though it's the same girl, you know what I'm saying? So
No.
it's just her telling herself like like one time he was like talking to the girl, well the same girl, but the girl that he smokes with, which he thinks is a different girl, and he was like he said, just saying, she ended up, telling him, hey, I know why you come to our store all the time. You like to go up front. And he goes, he said, oh, no, I'm too old. He's like, no, you come here every day. And we know, I know that you like her. So, what I'm saying? Even though it's her, she's acting like it's not her. You know what I'm saying? And then he finds out, yeah, I kind of like her a little bit. He's like, she probably likes you too. You just don't know it. And he's like, nah, I don't think so. He said, you never know. And then, she comes back later and says, hey, I told her that you kind of, she says she thinks you're nice and, you're a nice looking guy, whatever. And he's like, really? And, like, so, you know what I'm saying? So she kind of plays this
Cool.
role.
Well, thanks for telling me all that. I'll have to watch it now.
Yeah, watch it. I'm telling you, it's very chill, laid back, fun. There's no sadness. I mean, it's as far as I know.
Man, I don't know, man. I'll get to it, I guess, eventually.
Just check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Bitch, you don't tell me
Anyway,
what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do.
I
just
will
said
tell
check
you
it out.
this. I think that's it, man. Let's tell everybody goodbye in a way that is not so sudden.
No, let's not go goodbye
Man,
yet.
that was fast.
What about
Damn.
you? We want to talk about. Give us about 5 minutes of you, Chris. What's going on with
I
you?
talked about my my video game anime that's in a dating sim. I talked about that.
Yeah, you talk. Yeah, but that's part of the anime. I feel like you should talk about something else. But alrighty, cool.
Yeah, man, that
That's
was
cool.
my thing.
Oh, okay.
Right.
We'll leave it with that. next week we have something interesting to talk about, though, y'all. Next week's gonna be interesting, so stay tuned for that. Definitely.
All right, guys. We hadn't done this in a while, but tell me either your favorite car, or if you're not a car person, a car that means a lot to you.
My favorite car really was a truck. I mean, I love trucks if I could get one. I had a truck, but I don't now because the gas is too expensive, and unfortunately, I'm too poor to get a electric truck. I wouldn't mind a Ford Lightning, but definitely not a Cyber. And would not get a Cybertruck. Would never buy anything from Elon, ever. Not at this point. I mean, at one time I was kind of like, oh, Teslas are pretty cool, but now I see he's a pretty shitty person. I don't want to buy nothing from nobody shitty.
Hey, so are you gonna say what kind of truck? Like, is
I
it a
said,
specific
yeah, I
truck?
said Ford Lightning.
Ford
I
Lightning?
said Ford
Okay,
Lightning.
I
Yeah,
can
Ford
hear it.
Lightning.
I can hear
I
it.
said Ford Lightning.
Ford Lightning. What year?
I guess either. I mean, I guess they got new ones out, but I don't know if they're still making them.
Yeah, but okay. So, all right. So it was an electric truck.
Yeah.
Oh, you had that?
No. You
Oh,
asked me
it's
what I would want.
well something
See?
that means near and dear to you.
Yeah,
That's
you
near and
said
dear to
that,
your heart.
or you said something that you would want. That's what you said.
Hmm. Well, I did not mean to say that.
No.
It was
I mean, I thought you said that. That's what. Maybe did I miss that? Did I miss?
no. I
Maybe.
was trying to say like a car from your history, either a car from your
Oh, okay.
history, a
Well, if
vehicle
it's
from your
only for my
history,
history,
or no. I guess you're right. A car you would want. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
So
I don't.
a Ford
So my
Lightning.
history. I mean, I've had quite a few cars, but I mean, I did have Ford F-150. I enjoyed it for a little bit of time. I had it. So I mean, I did like it, other than the gas was
Hey, what are you
sucky.
doing with
And
that bottle, bro?
sorry about that. That was just crushing it, like my hand, sort of. It's all good. And Eddie, what about you?
So the car I adore is Mercedes Benz. It was a 1998. It was in the Pope Pimp video. I actually had one of them cars, and then the car I want, it would be an i9 BMW 4MATIC.
I think you like BMWs. I thought we talked about. Oh
Boy,
no, it's
it
Porsche
wasn't
that we didn't
me.
like. It's Porsche. It's Porsche.
Boy, BMWs, boy. Woo!
You, Chris?
Near and dear to my heart, 1993 Ford Thunderbird. So I believe that was the last year they made a 5.0 V8 engine for the Thunderbirds, or I think for any vehicle, because I think the next year, the V8 Mustangs got a 4.6 liter engine, V8 engine. So it was one that I bought with my own money. I think that was the first time I did that. That was the first car that I purchased on my own, and I loved the shit out
Same
of
thing
that
with me.
car. It had a pretty powerful engine in it, and I loved gunning it. Like it was a great car, but something happened to it. It didn't work anymore. It died. Whatever. But a car that I do want is the Kia K5, which I own now. So yeah, I think I'm good on that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love that car. Uh,
So
mhm.
since you said something, I want to say something about this. I
Okay.
think that um you said that was your first car.
First car that I purchased on my own.
Okay, so my first car I ever purchased on my own. This is kind of funny. It was a Nova, a Chevy Nova. I'm trying to find out. I thought it was 93, but maybe it was even early later than that. But it looked like it was a little hatchback, and it older looking. I paid $500 for this car and kept it for 2 years, and then traded it in. It was yeah, here it is. It's the 80. Oh, it's a 80. Is that 87? Is that old? It could have been that old. I don't know. I got off a little car lot for like $500. Little ugly brown, duty brown
Yeah, that probably was a 86.
It was Dewey Brown, and it was a little bit. It was the only hatchback, so it has to be this one. It's called the Chevy Nova
You probably ran around
hatchback.
geostorms too.
Yeah, this is probably it right here. So that was my first car, and it was a little trooper because I only paid $500 for it, and all I wanted to do last a year, and it ended up lasting 2 years, and I ended up selling it for exactly how much I paid for it, so I didn't lose no money on it, and got an upgrade car, and and as far as I know, the guy who bought it from me, which we traded cars, so basically I bought his car, but he took the 500 that my car was worth off his, but he gave me 500 for it first, and then we decided to just do a trade, and I just he took off with his car, but he had a uh uh Nissan uh Nissan
Nissan,
oh
Nissan, Nissan.
with an M. It starts with M.
Maxima.
Maximo?
Maxima. Yeah, a Maxima. I couldn't think it was a Maxima, a Nissan Maxima. And it was he had a custom system and all this stuff. He was a crackhead. He was just trying to get some money on top, and he wanted to still have a car. So is my buddy Eddie. It was my buddy, the white dude Chris that I know.
Oh, Chris,
His
yeah.
brother. His brother was
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was his brother. Unfortunately, he was big into drugs and got, like whatever. So he thought it was a way for him to get money, get a car, and then give me his better car because he got a good deal off that car. So, and it was a nice car. I hate that. I hated I traded that in for a fucking Volkswagen Passat. Trying to be bougie.
Yep.
Did you have problems with the Volkswagen Passat?
Man, it's not that well, yes, because I bought it from so I bought it from the most scammiest car company in Kentucky called what do you call it? Oh god damn it, what's the name of that? Safe Auto? No, not Safe Auto. Uh oh damn it. I don't know. But they're this car company that used cars, and I had this car, and it was working fine the little bit I was driving it. One day the lights and all my shit and the alarm would go off out of nowhere, just out of nowhere, just does it. Sometimes it's closed door and you start everything just go off. It has an automatic kill switch where it kills itself off, and I have to reset the battery. At the time, I'm stupid as fuck, bro. I'm a young kid. I'm young, 20s, whatever. I'm not a car person, so I never noticed I noticed the battery's really small, but I never thought about it. When I found out that when the car kept on doing this, I decided to take it to a mechanic. He said, "Bro, he said, I'm gonna tell you this. There's a motorcycle battery in your car." I was like, "A motorcycle battery?" He goes, "Yeah." He said, plus the wiring's all fucked up in this damn thing. He was like, "It's all fucked up." But the car looked nice on the outside, and it looked nice on the inside, but the inside was, and it it was all fucked up. Man. That's how much they got me. And you know how they got me though? They did the bullshit. Because when I came in to trade my car, well, okay, I didn't want to trade my car in. I was really just going in to look because, I was working a good job and I lived in a really nice neighborhood and I wanted to start, getting a girly. So I thought, oh man, if I get a nice old luxury looking car, I can get bitches. That's what I'm getting bitches. So my whole thing is like, oh man, a Volkswagen Passat, it looks all, nice and, it looks all, it had the tinted windows and it looked nice, you know what I'm saying? On the lot, it looked nice. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm talking to the dude and I'm like, all right, well, let me think about buying. He's like, come on, man, you know you want. I was like, I'll think about it. Let me go home, go home. Well, early that day, I gave them my car for them to go look at, see the price value. Dude, I had to go to work that day. They held my car until I had to go to work. And then they were like, hey, don't worry about it. You don't have to sign anything. Just take the car and we'll get back with you tomorrow. Blah, blah, blah. Had me take the car, you know what I'm saying, to go to work, come back. And the next day, they're like, oh, we already got your car as a trade-in. So we're going to give you this much. And, I didn't know nothing. I was dumb. I went and signed paperwork and they took my car and I was so stupid.
So how much you get for your car? Because this probably was worth then How much you get for
They
it?
gave me $2,000 for it, and I bought it for 16. But you know what I'm saying. But the Passat was I think 6 or 8,000. But guess what? Karma fucked them motherfuckers, because even though I had the car for about a year, I paid on it for about a year. They got raided from the government, and then everybody who had a car with them didn't have to pay shit. So just
Oh,
yeah,
Oh
because they
man.
were fucking so many people over with payments and money, and matter of fact, this is how bad it was. They came in it was they were so bad that the police, when they came in to raid them, they were shredding their paperwork. They were shredding them into shredders, so they wouldn't find out what they were doing. But it was I want to say JD Byrider. JD
whoa,
Byrider.
I
no
remember
way. It was
them.
JD Byrider.
Yes,
What?
JD
JD
Byrider.
Byrider. No way,
I remember
dude.
them.
Hold on. This had to have been in the news.
Yeah, it was. So say Louisville. Let's see if we can find this. You gonna find it? Wait,
Man.
I'm about to look it
Holy
up.
crap. JD Byrider to pay 1.5 million and canceled debts of thousands of consumers who received predatory car loans. Oh,
Yep, that's was it.
All right.
So how did you figure that out, Mike? When you made a payment, it didn't go through or something?
What you mean? No. They told we got a letter sent out to everybody. The police or government sent out letters to everybody.
So it's y'all car, y'all can have it.
Well, see, the funny part was, this is the funny part though, Eddie. Right when this is happening, I was gonna pay the car payment anyway, because the car was fucking up a lot. I had a lot of problems with it. I couldn't, I was having trouble with not getting me to work and all kind. It kept on just dying out of nowhere. And I'm like, I ain't paying. And I kept trying to go fix it. Couldn't find out. Like I said, I'm young and dumb, bro. Didn't realize foreign cars, expensive parts, and that it costs 10 times more than I would if I got a Ford, or since it's a
that's how it be.
Volkswagen. So you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, oh fuck, I can't pay for this. And I was, I had to start catching buses to work and shit. And I had a car in my my parking lot. And then not even a month after I said I'm not gonna pay these motherfuckers no more, I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna let this, go on my credit, whatever, fuck them. And then next thing I know, I get a letter mail saying, oh, you don't pay them nothing no more. The car's yours, you can have it. And I'm like, so, and then I went out and bought me a Chevy Lumina. Yeah, I had a Lumina. And that was
I had aluminum when I came down here in 2000. I had that one of the new Chevy Luminums.
Yeah, I got it from one of my best friends, Jason. His dad was a car salesman, and he was going to try to give me a regular car, but then he's like, Mike, you know what? I ain't gonna even do you like that. So I know how schemy they are. He goes, we got a car back here, a really nice Lumina. He said, our car company only deals with new cars or really nice cars, and all they're gonna do is send it to. He's all they're gonna do is send it to get to the auction to get sold. He said, well, if I see my manager can give it to you for 1,600, he said that's probably more than what we can get on auction. He said, it's a really good car. And I'm like, really? He said, yeah. And he's like, all right. And sure enough, I got it. And that car lasted me forever. I fucked up because I was dumb and didn't change the oil. So one day I'm driving and locked up on me. With my kids in it too. I had my kids in it and everything, man.
You was wondering what was going on.
Yeah, cars start smoking. Like, I never put no oil in that bitch. I never thought I don't know, stupid. Young and dumb.
I'm ready to go. I
am too.
I got an email I got some editing notes from the director, so I gotta bang this out. No, it's nothing bad. I don't think it's that much. I completed most of them anyway, but I was waiting on one thing, and I just got an email back for that. So I want to go ahead and knock that out before it gets too late. But yeah, everyone, thanks for joining us. Mike, you want to give the socials?
Yeah, so you can we got the link tree on our account. You can go look at that. It has all a link to all our socials, whatever there. You can also email us at omorpodcast@gmail.com.
Hey, stop hitting your desk. You do this every time. I say, do your socials. You start hitting your desk with your hands. We can hear it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm start playing piano. All right, and other than that, you can also, like I said, check us on our podcast places. You know, Spotify, Pandora, wherever it is. It's all on our socials. Just go check our socials. Just go check the LinkedIn account and go nuts. Come talk to us. Chill, hang out, comment, subscribe,
Yeah.
cuss us out. We're good.
All right, y'all. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. It's always good to know that you're there hanging out with us. The more, the merrier. Until it gets two more, then it's not merrier anymore. But anyways, I've been Chris,
This is Mike.
And I'm Ed.
and this was the Off Mic on Record. Have a good night, everyone.
Peace.
Peace.